What's up, guys? Chris here, back again with another market video for you guys today. I want to show you guys how to trade this week, how I'm making coins on my main account, on my second account. I'm going to show you guys what to do through icons, special cards, etc. I'm also going to show you guys a little no-risk investment I also have that I think is flying under the radar right now going into team of the season. So we're going to talk about that in today's video as well. We're going to slightly talk about the market rebounding a little bit on Monday and where that kind of stands with the whole market over the next couple of days. So before we get into the video, if you guys can just drop a like on it and subscribe if you're new around here, that'd be absolutely fantastic. So just getting into the video here, let's talk about the market and why it rebounded a little bit on Monday. Now, EA updated their loading screen, the FIFA 21 community team season vote. They put the EFL and the community as the first team season. That normally does happen. Now, it gave a lot of people, I think, a lot of confidence to go and buy because they knew that, all right, this team is not going to be incredible. People saw these really low prices and they decided to buy up. Now, we saw some really nice rises on the meta gold market. And I did say to you guys that I thought the lowest possible time was yesterday and anytime between then and Wednesday. And it's hard to obviously predict what the lowest possible point is because it's the market that pretty much determines whether or not that's the cheapest time. Now, this Neymar was as low as 220. He's back to 240. If you look at Mbappe, he was down to as low as 280. This guy is now up at like 320,000 coins. There's a 305 that popped up there. I don't know if I can get that. That's a real, I'll take that. I'll take a 305 because if there's no content that comes out, I think that card can go back to like 335, 340. And I'll keep listing that up, of course. Now, the market over the next couple of days, in regards to this little rebound we saw on Monday, I think is going to gradually rise as well. If you remember a lot of the graphs that we had shown you guys from last year, we had that huge market drop when the loading screen came out that Friday. Saturday and Sunday was the low point, and then Monday we saw a buyback, and then Tuesday, Wednesday you had a slower buyback as well. I think the brunt of the market buying back was yesterday on Monday because we saw some really nice rises on like for birthday cards, what if cards, gold meta cards, a little bit of icons here and there as well. So a lot of the market did go up. And that on a Monday, we didn't really get much content either, which probably helped people as well. Obviously, no content gives people confidence every single day to buy because they know that they can buy their players without any market drops happening. But yeah, I think the brunt of it has probably already been done. Now, I do think you will see if there's no content over the next couple of days, as per usual, the market will slowly go up and up and up. And that will be down to two things. Number one, you're going to have investors. People are buying for Thursday flips. I think the market this Thursday is going to do pretty damn well. I think people are going to be, waiting for Thursday for that buy time. They don't want to wait till Friday, knowing that their team might be already too high at that point. And I think they're going to use their coins on Thursday to buy their teams before the upcoming weekend league. So I think Thursday could be a really good day on the market. And then number two, of course, is again, people having that confidence to go buy back each day and seeing these ridiculously low prices. And even so, like, you have an Mbappe here, at 322,000 coins, right? This card is still quite low compared to where he was. If you go and take a look at Mbappe here, right? This card in, April 10th or April 9th was 515. So 11 days ago, this card is up or down 200k from where it was in about a week ago. That right there is still a really affordable price for a lot of people, and I think they are trying to buy back up now because they know that these prices are so low. Now, that's kind of like my thoughts on the market. Now, if you do see like a big SBC coming out, like maybe a Moments icon, something like that, I don't know if it's possible anymore just because we're so close to Tots. But if it does end up happening, a lot of that buyback that we saw today, it's going to make the market drop again because people will then go sell those same teams that they bought. And that's obviously what's going to happen, in my opinion. Let's talk about ways to trade in this market. And in general, we're going to talk about icons and special cards. So here's how I've been trading. Now, I've been doing a lot of fluctuations, but also getting on bids as well. Now, this is just from today. Okay, there's Jota, the Cancelo, the Jesus Navas, two Depay's, Lukaku, another Depay here as well. I actually flipped three Depay's today. right? These are little ways that I'm making coins right now. And yes, I'm not putting a ton of time into trading because obviously we have a lot of coins at the top left. Just want to re-mention this. I did not put those FIFA points on. I share an account with somebody who puts those points on for me through content purposes. But I am trading on this account because I want to get at least a little bit of coins going into Team of the Season, more than we currently have. And I've been doing a lot of fluctuations. I've been doing some icons, and I've also been doing some bidding. So here's how I'm going to be trading over the next like 2 days, and I think I want to show you guys how to do that. Number one, we're going to talk about special card fluctuation prices, okay? Fluctuations, all you guys need to do, and I always preach to you guys about looking at as many different cards as you guys can. And I'm going to kind of put this video link, hopefully, in a TikTok here, because I want a lot of you guys coming from TikTok over here to show you my explanations on this stuff. So, like, I'm going to show you guys Memphis Depay, okay? This is a card that fluctuated a lot yesterday. So, yesterday, midday, I went on to stream, and right now, he's currently 105K. Now, there's a couple different ways you can look at this, okay? This is actually really promising for myself right now. So this Depay went from 111K down to 96. He went back to 108. Now, he was actually up at like 111 to 113. And I used two different things, or at least three actually, to know if I'm, you know, the card is low in fluctuation. That's the market sales history, where you guys can go right here. The graph itself, which I've just shown you. Or you can put those cards on your trends targets and see if they sell. Now, if you look at a lot of these cards, they're getting bought at 116, 115, right? Then you have 114, 111, 112. These at 155, 158 are probably just coin transfers. But you're seeing a lot of at least 108 and probably around 113 is probably the like mean of all of the prices that, you know, that he's getting bought at. So I'm going to take advantage now of the pie being listed at 105. The next cheapest one's 110. I made a TikTok about this, by the way. One of the easiest things you guys can do in this market is if Fuppin catches an undercut, which is right here, for example. He's 5K lower than the next cheapest one on the market, according to Fuppin. Somebody that is inexperienced with the market will put a card up underneath this price, and that will help you sell it back up for a fluctuation, or whatever that card is going for at the particular time as well. So we're going to go on to Memphis Depay right now, which I believe, do I have at least one? Okay, don't have one on the market right now, or on my trans target. So I'm going to go onto the market, and I'm going to go and put one of my trans targets and then compare price on it. So we're going to do that because this is how I kind of study prices myself, and I continuously look through these every single hour of the day. So I'm going all the way to the 59 minute. This is pretty much all you can do to trade because compare price really doesn't work right now. So I'm looking here. Is there any cards at like 102, 103? I know I can sell them. There's a 105 right there. So because there's a 105 right there, this card you can also look to bid on. If you find 100K on a minimum start price, if you see a 102 or a 103, anything around there is going to be a decent price because I know I can sell it at 112, 113, which is where he was, of course, like not too long ago. And you saw on that market sales history that card was selling at those prices. So this is what you guys want to be doing in terms of special cards. Now, this is obviously, if we don't get really much content today, you're going to see the market probably inch up a little bit and then drop again. And that's going to allow for a lot of fluctuation trading. And, you know, I go to a guy like Cancelo here, for example. I flipped the Cancelo. I got him at 90K on bid. So what was happening there was Cancelo was being mass listed up, okay? So I'm going to give you guys a couple, you know, scenarios here. So yesterday, he goes from 83,000 coins, he goes all the way up to 97.7, okay? He then obviously drops off a little bit, and it doesn't take a lot for these cards to drop off. It takes two people listing at 97 and 96, and then maybe one or two listing at 93 and 94 for you to be able to go onto the market, and if there's an open bid, somebody that's not experienced with the market that knows you could sell it at that price at 98, 99K may let you have that card at 90 and under, which is what I bought the card for. I got him on bid at less than 90K, and we sold it back for 98.5. So we're going to go onto the market right now, and he's not really down actually at all, but you still want to make that effort, right? And as looking at as many different cards as you guys can is the best way to go about trading in a market like this. You have to understand, guys, that players right now, there isn't as many people looking at the market and buying. So you're going to be able to get on bids. You're going to be able to probably, take a couple minutes into a listing before a card actually sells at a deal. Like, that would be a deal price. But because nobody's looking at the market, it takes a few minutes to actually sell. And that's something, I think I really want to stress to you guys when it comes to trading in this market. Bids is your best friend, and same as fluctuations, because these cards have been fluctuating a lot. They're rare. And a lot of people ask me, how do I know what cards to trade with? All you do, literally, it's the easiest thing in the world. You have FUTBIN app, or you go onto the current team of the week, all team of the weeks here, and then you scroll down to any team you want. You look at any player prices. I was looking before at this De Jong inform. There was a few at 147. I knew that I couldn't find this guy at 154 to 155 to sell. I couldn't find him at 142 though, which is the price I wanted to flip at 155. So if you look right here, he goes down to 137, back up to 154, down to 139, back to 154. These are fluctuation prices. This is something you guys should be looking at doing on the market right now. Another thing, icon trading is really good right now. So I'm going to show you guys a few different cards. Now, I'm going to see if I can find, here's Haji. Okay, so Haji right now is 110,000 coins. Now, what I do on this is I go onto the FIFA 21 database and I put in my version as icons. I put all, and then what I do is I click this twice. So what this does is allows me to get to the cheapest icon on the market, and then through each page, I can look at every single icon in this game and see if he's low in fluctuation, can I get on bids, is there any snipes available, etc. The more effort you guys make, the more money you will make on this game, and that's the biggest point I want to stress to you guys before team of the season, even during team of the season. So here's his graph yesterday. 105 to 118, down to 100, up to 117. He's now back down to 110. I'm going to double check for myself if this Haji actually has been selling over 114. 114, 120, 112, 120, 114, 111, 112, 110, right? So this guy you could probably sell just over 110. Maybe not 120, but just over 110. So I'm going to go onto the market, and I'm going to make that effort. I'm going to see if I can find this card anywhere in the low 100s. And because it's late night at the moment, I might be able to find a deal. So if I look at this card right here, okay, he's being listed at 110. Is there any bids right now? There's not. But if I see an open bid, I'll put it on the transfer target, and I will wait for that bid to just expire before I start bidding on it to potentially make some money on that. Icon trading, guys, is very easy. All you need to do is know the buy price. Or sorry, you need to know what they sell for. As long as you know what they sell for, it is quite simple to know what they can be bought for to make profit. All you need to know is that 5% of the sell price gets taxed, and obviously you find those differences there, and you'll be able to make profit on each individual card. This Rivaldo today, if you guys look, this Rivaldo was like 240k at the time, and somebody on this game, okay, on the low of his fluctuation, if you take a look right here, he went down to 215, back to 238. He then went down to 230, back up to 250. If you look at my transfer targets, though, I had a Rivaldo on bid, and somebody got him for 220. Now, I looked at the graph, and I looked at the market sales history, and somebody got a really good deal because you were able to sell him back at 240 plus throughout the day. And this is what I'm talking about. Bids, fluctuations, that's what you want to be looking at with these cards. I have an icon filter section in my Discord if you guys want to go take a look at that. They're all up to date. You can still use those type of filters. Now, last thing on this video I want to talk about is silvers. Silvers, in my opinion, I'm going to kind of slightly talk about it, and I think I'm going to really go into it in the next video. But silvers right now are down a lot because of a no promo, and certain Liga species are not out. I think that these cards are going to rebound a good amount. Like, for example, these Premier League silver cards are currently like 400 coins and less, 450. And if you look at any of the outfield players that are like 400 and under, that's a really good price for me. And I'm going to talk about that in my next YouTube video because I really want to show you guys. I think these are almost no risk investments, and we'll talk about it on that. But we already talked about a lot in this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace out.